Welcome in the ring, good folks. A very good evening to each and every one of you. Welcome in the ring. Share the live for us and smash that emoji button that you folks are here with us yet another evening. It's something that we count a privilege to have all of you every single evening, irrespective rain or shine. You all are here with us, folks. We count it nothing short, good folks, of an absolute privilege. Good to see so many of you on the live, and we've been seeing you guys on the page all day, interacting with the different content we've been posting. The quotes, folks, by Winston Jordan from our broadcast last evening, and all the other stories we've been posting on our page. Thank you guys so much. Thank you guys so much. And those of you who are going to be watching us later on, coming back to watch us on YouTube, coming back to watch us on Facebook, follow us, folks. Subscribe on YouTube. Follow us on our Facebook pages. YouTube keeps reminding us that a lot of folks who view our content, thousands upon thousands of folks who view our content on a daily basis, have not yet subscribed to our YouTube channel. Make sure, good folks, that you're one of the persons who are fully subscribed to our YouTube channel. It's going to help us far away. Cheryl, Renella, and all the other folks who are joining us, thank you guys so much. It means a lot to us. It means, don't anybody tell you it doesn't mean a lot to us. It means a lot to us, or else we're talking to ourselves. Man, looking a little sharp this evening. Great to have all of you. Let me make sure this come out to work. Come out to work, good folks. Great to have all of you with us tonight. Welcome in the ring, folks. Welcome. Holding on to some of you, Arwin Don, Frank Rice, we got you here. Marcia, Pinky, Haley, Everett, good to see you. McGarrell, Chevelle, great to have you on as well. DeLong, Griffith, all the Griffiths on tonight. Barbara Ralph, good night to you too. Claire Capel, Renella, and all the other fantastic folks who are joining us. It's a privilege to have all of you here. Yeah. That's it, folks. Great to have you all out front with us. We got a couple things to share with you all. Y'all don't squeeze this up. All right, good. Not too far. You thought we were going to be off screen like that. Good to have all of you here with us. As I said, folks, and they've been kind to us this evening. We got the fight card set, and we are truly happy you guys are here with us. You all know by the time that we're coming down to the end, we get a little tired because we've been covering so many things all week long. By the time the year, could you imagine that? The year coming down to an end. 4 years out, we're here, folks. We are here because of you beautiful folks. You all keep shaping up, showing up. That makes the difference. That makes a hell of a difference, if you ask me. And we're very, very happy that you guys keep joining us all the time. Tremendously happy, tremendously privileged. Y'all keep joining us all the time, folks. The opener. We did tell you all. From the day Arfan Ali, the 10th day of October, Arfan announced to the National Assembly. By the way, there's Parliament sitting. The National Assembly is sitting on the 18th. On the 18th of this month. Don't know if that's going to be the final sitting, but they're sitting on the 18th. That's right. They're going to be sitting on the 18th, folks, and looking forward to that. But since he was there on October 10th, a lot of things been happening. Promised us $200,000 per household, and I'm certain if I ask you folks, you all know the whole thing. You all could trace the evolution of where they started, where they are now. Abida Monroe, anybody actually get this money? Been hearing there's been some setbacks at the bank there in the Rupununi. There's been some setbacks, cashing this check and so on. Anybody actually get this money yet? Today, some of our folks, as we getting on in age, sure that's better than man. Just last evening we heard former Minister Winston Jordan says, you can tell a lot from a society how they treat the elderly, they treat the children, they treat the dead. You can tell a lot. Well, folks, you can tell a lot. This afternoon, or rather throughout the day, folks have been meeting as a masjid in Parfait Harmony in Region 3. Well, tonight, this best sighting will change. In Region 3, trying to get registered. The only thing is, as these folks turn up, Nigel Mackenzie, as they turn up, they found the door, gate, shut in their faces. Yep, some of them were waiting there all day. They turn up 4:30. Some of them were waiting a long time. Locked out in Parfait Harmony, folks. That's the opener tonight.
All right, we're here at the masjid, as you can see here in Parfait Harmony. As you can see now, it's 13 minutes after 4. I have actually been outside here looking around since half an hour now. The persons have closed off. The woman says she's visually impaired right now. So you just went out there? So everybody is being locked out of...
I just run back from there.
Everybody is locked out right now because I just pay Yes, everybody is locked out right now. The guys at the gate, they're not with the ministry. They're just persons here from the masjid. They were instructed by the folks working from the ministry to lock the gate and not to let in anyone here. So everybody is coming and they're being sent away. When were you here? Since morning you were here?
I take it in here, and from there they gave me they gave me saline. And then the doctor tell me she gave me some blood. She said you got to go to the hospital right now. So I have to rush down at the hospital to get these tests. So after I get all these tests, you see you will see just now. So after I get these tests, they do all this thing.
You came back here now?
No, yeah, come back after.
So they said 6 o'clock on the ad?
Yeah, I still got to come back tomorrow to do this other test.
So the persons are claiming that the ad said that they're going to be open until 6. Like I'm saying, it's now after 4. Persons are saying since after 3 they have locked everybody out of the gate. Everyone.
Yeah. So I run back from hospital now. I come here to tell them if going.
So this was happening at, like I said, at the Mandir in Parfait Harmony.
We are members of this masjid and we looking after the masjid. We looking after the people, them people. I can't tell you what part are going or who they're going.
Well, guys are making it clear that they're not locking the people out on their own, that they're being instructed to lock the gates from the ministry's people. Yep. So all of these. This woman says she's visually impaired.
I'm visually impaired.
What time did you come here?
You come a little while with me. When I come and then she go.
Wow.
Yeah.
This morning.
Yeah.
Well, there you.
Lady son peace.
I feel good. You just to run away.
So what happened to this woman that was here since earlier? No. No, she did not. It's all people. They can't just do that. The woman was here. She wasn't feeling good. She's old. She had to leave to go home. Well, there you have it.
I'm visually impaired and can't stay by myself. Like if I see it.
Well, there you have it. This is the Mandir in Parfait Harmony. So if it's happening, the masjid, in Parfait Harmony, and if that's what's going on here, we could only imagine what's going on at the other locations.
Yeah, welcome. Fed up. That's where I am tonight. Fed up. Nothing in this country works properly. A little later on our broadcast, you're going to hear GKH Lal articulate that. Nothing works properly in this country. Systems don't function. You know one of my pet peeves, huh? I don't know if it's the same for you. I hate to go to a place and security asks me a whole host of questions that's above the pay grade. Like you go to a bank, for instance, and security asking you, what kind of account you want open? They got nothing to do with you. What kind of account you want open? You come with the money? You have breakfast this morning? Don't ask me all of that. Here you're asking a lady. You were here earlier. That got nothing to do with you. What is the stipulated time of opening? Did they come after that? Throw the whole gate in some of the chests. What are you going to do? How we treat the elderly, the dead. How we treat our women, indicative of the kind of society we have. Well, you all know we're looking thin. Sandra Hanover, we're looking thin. Prince Fabulous Charles. Fabulous Prince Charles. Lester Thumb, Sandra Sargent, we're looking thin. God damn it. Gisela Roman, Alzun Cortez, great to have all of you on the live tonight. Anytime you come into 590, anytime, fed up, fed to the up. Anytime you come into 590, it's always something. You see? Always something. So we got a couple of things on there. A couple other things. I don't know if you recognize that voice, but I want to thank MP Gerida Fernandez for being there and for sending us that footage. Fed up. Totally. Elon Musk. If you know who Elon Musk is, well, you're going to know tonight. Tonight is the night you're going to know. Seeing some things coming out of Gao. Pim. You see, when you tell us, when we tell folks, friends, family, favorites, when you tell folks the current administration and regime is a racial wisdom, they say, no. When you tell them this current government is a racial wisdom, So Gawo's on the car tonight. The big Papa John on the card as well. He's on the card too. Big Papa John. Big. We got some bulls as well. Father have his mercies. Father have his mercies. Let's start with some international things. Here this now. Elon Musk. Elon was born in one of those European countries. I know which one, but I can't place it now. He said, I've been using this, a different hair food. It caused my memory to be slipping. A different hair grease. Memory slipping. He was born in one of those European countries. And then he went to the land of the free and the home of the brave. Living the American dream now. Elon Musk owns X. He gave X one day and buy out Twitter. $40 billion. He had some money, just lunch money. $40 billion. Just buy out Twitter, a social media site, just in case you're too familiar. Buy out X. What's his name of his Starship company? His SpaceX. Everything is X. Elon Musk ask X. Tesla has a car company as well. And his products are on the cutting edge. Science and technology. And if you know AI and GPT chat and OpenAI and so on, he's one of the persons behind OpenAI that launched last year, December. Late November, December, GPT chat, the world hasn't been the same, folks. We benefit from it as well on these parts. world hasn't been the same. But this is what I want to point out. I've said all of that. I've said all of that to say this. Elon Musk is now the most wealthiest man in the history of persons being wealthy. In the history, Pinky Car, I ain't think you have ever figured like this. I ain't talking Guyana, I ain't talking Bar Jagdio rich. If Elon Musk woke up with Bar Jagdio money, he would jump off the Marriott. He would jump off Pegasus. If he woke up with air fund money, he'd go back to sleep. I'm talking rich. Brace yourself, brace yourself. Here how rich he is. Here how rich he is. First human being in history. $400 billion rich. 400. I'm telling you, us, US. 400 with a. How much money we earn from oil and gas so far? Then them boys thieving out. If Elon woke up with that money, he go back to sleep. 400 billion. So it's not from a European country. South Africa, thank you. I hope the young Griffith right. I tell you, my memory is slipping. 400 billion. Called Providence, Wilma Grant. Right? 400 billion. That's not the companies that he own money. All right. So that being said, now that I tickle your fancy, now that I tickle your fancy, I see some of y'all saying, I get a little cash grant from Elon. I see some of y'all saying, Elon look like my child father a little bit. My child got his nose. Well, you all know you all able 400 billion. Folks, we talk a little bit about this morning. Regional issues. You know when you find a Pacu. You know when you find a Peku. Altia Jones. Magarel Seville. Dan Graves Andy. Dan, how you doing, my sister? Raquel and Janice. Dion Benjamin. Colleague messaged me the other evening. I saw Dan, remember. So if you behave yourself, you want black cake or fruit cake. But you got to behave yourself. My eyes crossed and my teeth dotted. Tessa Haywood. My eyes crossed and my teeth dotted. When you find a Peku, you got to bust it back. No. Me give me a fun sheep black belly sheep for mine. Free up space in your little country. Lazy thinker. Give her that. She's a thought leader of our generation. You say you got one day again, we can bust it back. She sent she black belly sheep. And today, this morning, touching down at the Gruntley Adams airport with some heifers. You know? You ever have to deal with some heifers? Some big cows. Barbados is trying to improve the quality of the milk. You see, Barbados understand this. When it's a little country, you gotta be good at everything. You can't get no water down half skull, pure milk. So, Mayor wanted some bulls, imported some of the best in the world. So she puts her sheep, says, she puts her black belly, ugly pulling, fine thing sheep on us to graze. Eat out wheatgrass. And she is making way for the gut stock. Why we couldn't help here? Improve our milk production. We can take the bulls. You take back your black belly sheep. But me knows Raquel. Raquel said me is a bull. Raquel, me knows. Raquel says she's a bull. Raquel, check Raquel comment. Quote unquote. When you find a pacu, you gotta bust them. Wax. Right? Bust down the back. So me send she black belly on us. I want to debate who's bull and who's not bull. Klangren Surnema. She sent she black belly sheep on us to make space to improve our milk production. Right? You gotta give it to business people. Soon Papa John, here back pay coming, 100,000 coming. When it coming, I don't know. They announced 10% yesterday. We even get the 100, they said. We even get the 100, we said. That's a pink slip. 10 retroactive. We even get 100. Folks, Airfan Retro is 3.5 million to 90. Has been added to his salary every month with this 10%. Airfan carrying home 6.3 in December. What? 6.3. Papa John, take one. Papa John, take one. Huh? It's a long time having Papa John. Take one. Deborah, you're Deborah Clark. It's tis the season. Deborah asked me to walk in a straight line. Tis the season to be jolly. So Papa come the right time. You know some people can time a pot good. You know some people can time a pot good. Some of them rambunctious and precocious. They'll call you and say, you finished cook? Some other people said, know your routine is 1:15, she can done now. Pass through. Girl, just passing by in the area. Hard times, people gotta eat out now. You know? People call you and ask you now, you're gonna start party this year? Is veggie home? Is Ital home? Ital is vital. People eating the meats outside. Oh, let me start party. See people packing up. One man get $10 in his hand. What's happening here? Y'all can't give Papa John a little business? Y'all make me look bad. Papa John gonna close down in January? Please and thank you. Even though they didn't send me an invitation to the opening, I still giving them a plug. Take it in your chest, Papa John. So they're going to be opening the 16th, folks. The 16th. They got a couple of days. I hope they're in tip-top shape. Restaurant Brands Holding, RBH, they have the franchise for Papa John. Exclusive franchise rights for Papa John in Guyana, Suriname, Curacao, and Aruba. RBH Holdings, they said they're going to be offering premium dining. What's Papa John's specialty? Pizza. It's a high quality ingredients, fresh dough, mozzarella cheese, vine ripened tomatoes. Have you picked green tomatoes and the ripened here, Papa John's? Vine ripened tomatoes and free and meat free fillers. Well timed, Papa John. I see y'all. Well timed. Well timed. So I'll see some of you on the 16th. Papa John's there, right on the, what road is that? Vicinjon Road, closer to Lamaha, just over Lamaha on Vicinjon Road. Right there. Right there. See you all on the 16th at Papa John's, folks. Papa John. The Lines for Change today told us that they met with the leader of the Equality and Justice Party, one Jai Paul Sharma. You may or may not know him. You may or may not. The Right Honorable Jai Paul Sharma, and they discussed matters of mutual interest, including economic issues. He's a fella, love to talk economics, Jai Paul Sharma, that is. Brilliant fella. And shared concerns, plural, about what? The heavy burden of the high cost of living is placing on the citizens of this country, among other issues. They discussed also social challenges facing the nation. Those were a couple of the things that were deep concerns. The party says that the discussions were fruitful, and they are anticipating even more fruitful engagements. And this is all part of their ongoing listening and groundings. It's all part of the listening and groundings. And in this lovely photograph are some of the leadership, the Lines for Change, and the Right Honorable Jai Paul Sharma. Fantastic, brilliant fellow. And we wish them well. Moving forward, we showed you yesterday, Lines for Change, they were meeting with Anug. They were meeting with Anug. And talking about similar matters. Roll that one back for us. Best wishes to them. Oh boy. Once you come into 519, all this 10% has been said. Announced yesterday, retro the 2024, and then the 2025, they're telling us already 8. It's a seesaw scale, up, down, wrong and wrong. That's what was discussed yesterday during that statement on the periphery, on the sidelines, as it were, of the police officers' annual Christmas breakfast. Annual Christmas breakfast. That came up. If you're earning some real money, ordinary public servants, right? Earning a public sector ordinary pay, they can be taking home about $8,000 more. A beer, 8,000 Ghana dollars is less than 50 US. Sandra, Raps, 50 US. Sparkle Gonzalez, 50 US. But the challenge has always been, brothers and sisters, 10% to the average public servant and 10% to a minister's salary, a presidential salary to boot, is a different 10%. Not all 10%, Pinky Haley, was made the same. Siobhan McDonald, Vesta Hardy, Rajkumar, not all 10% are made the same. So we're learning here that even 10% look different. And the PNCR pointed this out today in a statement. Thank you, Adam.
By announcing across-the-board salary increases, President Ali is privileging himself, ministers, and other super-salaried PPP family, friends, and favorites over lower-income public servants who need it more, the party said. The president, whose salary is $2.9 million tax-free, will receive a monthly salary increase of $290,000, which translates into a retroactive pay of $3.5 million. Add that to his monthly salary, he'll receive a pay package of $6,380,000. The party said that what this means is the president in 1 month will get more than 2 times the money that public servants will get for the entire year. It adds that he is clearly enriching himself at the expense of the poor in Guyana. The PNCR said that the ministers with a basic salary of $1 million will get $107,000 a month, retroactive to January 1st, 2024. This is an astounding $1.3 million. PPP ministers and super salaried friends and favorites will therefore receive a paycheck for December of $2.5 million. The party said that, on the other hand, the level 1 public servant will receive a tiny increase of $10,000 per month, or $120,000 retroactive to January 1st, 2024. What this means is that the PPP elite, their friends, family, and favorites will be paid in 1 month just $13 short of what the average worker will be paid for the full year. It added that this is highway robbery. The party noted that in the 5 years that wages grew by 77% under the coalition government, President David Granger received no increase in his salary. It said that for the 5 years, he received the same salary as his predecessor, Donald Ramotar, received in 2015 when he demitted office. By announcing...
There you have it. The truth and nothing about the truth. Nothing but the truth. So help us God. There you have it. Thank you very much, Adam, for helping us with these stories. Explicate. So 10% looks different. Depends on which scale you're on. Looks very, very, very different. And I did tell you, GHK Lal, as we are Ali, says his government, he full of bluster. Anyone call the other B word, PS. Full of it. Systems don't work. That's why the black belly sheep get teeth out. That's why he could go and issue all kind of instructions. Nothing ever gets solved. Nothing ever gets fixed. Full of heifer material, excrement. Listen to former head of the Georgian Mines Commission, thought leading his own right, columnist, writer extraordinaire, GKH Lal, articulate as only he can. Ali.
Former head of the Guyana Gold Board, Gabriel GHK Lal, says that the president irrefinally responds to his vulnerabilities by blustering.
So when the president tries to do his imitation, his best imitation of the former president at his worst, then you get that spectacle that you get. Look at cost of living. Cost of living. Said what cost of living? They tell you about the subsidies they do and the relief measures they do. Some targeted, some that didn't cover everybody, and too minimal to begin with, and too far apart.
He said that the statistics are clashing with the realities of the marketplace.
And per head, you and I and they, the common people, the ordinary people, are among the richest people in the world. But they are also among the hungriest according to the World Bank, 2 out of 5, and especially around the areas where you hail from on the coastline. Now, the government first said, well, what cost of living you're talking about? Then it said we are concerned about inflation. And then they want we spend all the money now. It seems to me that the models that were disagreed with and condemned is what this 100, 200,000 and 100,000 is based upon.
Vice President Barra Jagdeo had earlier said that by putting more money into the economy, the government would be incurring inflation. However, it's now putting more money into the economy.
He said something to this effect: well, the economy big enough to absorb that kind of money. I mean, some plasters don't work. Everything is not a song and a dance and smoke and mirrors. The very same thing that you came out with, this world famous economist, I don't know by whose standard, and inflation and inflation and inflation. Now you aren't concerned about inflation anymore. Why didn't you have that argument before?
At the same time of his negative comment on putting more money into the system, the government was collecting money from the oil fund and splurging it on infrastructure. The bulk of the $1 trillion budget went into infrastructure, according to Lal.
So we have a leadership that is cunning, and it's not the president. We have a leadership that is scheming about how to keep the people down and to do what's right for cronies and insiders and the rest.
Mr. Lal said that when President Irfan Ali called the 5:30 a.m. meeting, he should have talked about the expenditure instead of talking about project delays.
Yeah, welcome back, folks. You heard it there. I like how G.K. Shalal writes one. No word is ever wasted. It's always very measured, right down the middle. Love that about him. Love that about him. And while that was happening on the Irfan Ali front, that was going on, folks. Gau. Public servants only know what they're getting this year. 10% retro. Irfan carry home 6.3 million in December. Irfan Ali, the president, 6.3 million. How much you carry home? How much you carry home? And they've already given an indication what's coming down the pipe for 2025. They said 8%. An 8%. But when you look in comparison to GAU, the Ghana Sugar Corporation today said it was pleased to announce the signing of a historic 3-year collective agreement with the Ghana Agricultural Workers Union, GAU, for 24, 25, and 2026. According to Gaisuko, this milestone marks the first multi-year agreement between Gaisuko and GAU since the union's recognition in 1976. The first multi-year agreement. If that is not an indictment on us as a country, I don't know what is. But in addition to that, Gaisuko says that the agreement includes significant increases in wages, salaries, and fringe benefits for 3 key bargaining units: field, factory, and factory type employees. It also extends to peace-rated and time-rated workers, field foremen and forewomen, and field superintendents as well. 10% for 2024, 8% for 2025, matching what public servants are going to be receiving. And then, folks, for 2026, 9% for 2026, 9%. Yeah. Public servants, how much you all are getting? How much you all are getting, public servants? Do let us know. How much you all getting? 9% for 2026. The people already know. That's the point I'm making. You already know. As we come down, folks, the program time, let's bring up this with a couple of other things very quickly. We come around to Anil, Aranika, Alda Brutus, Calvin Brutus, we coming down. Taxi driver charged with 50 million armed robbery. And Lusignan's businessman, Derek Carl Holder, 40-year-old taxi driver, he's been charged. He's from Meadowbank, Georgetown. He's charged with a $50 million armed robbery. This is according to the police. Holder allegedly broke into the Lusignan businessman's home on October 12th and stole 50 million plus in cash at gunpoint. That's what they tell us. You can't do the time. We always say, don't do the crime. Don't do the crime. We gotta make the streets of Guyana safe again. The streets of the capital, the streets of Lusignan. We gotta make it safe again. And as we are in safety, folks, remember that crane seepage, crane housing scheme in Region 3? The EPA is telling us there's no health or environmental risk to that substance that some householders said was seeping into their property. The EPA said it has concluded its investigation into the substance seepage at crane, finding no health or environmental risk. We've come to the black box. As we are on this, it's just that phrase stood out to me. We have concluded our investigation. We've come to the black box. GDF, Kemraj Parshram, the executive director of the EPA, he's thanking the residents for their cooperation and highlighted that extensive testing, including air quality and soil analysis, confirmed the substance is not hydrocarbon based and it's not toxic gases or abnormal radiation. There's no toxic gases and no abnormal radiation were detected. Good? And they're telling us that this phenomenon affecting some homes in that area there at the temple, this phenomenon was attributed to, listen to this, efflorescence, a natural process where salts in construction material surface due to moisture. Says I don't know, is it tiles, the masjids, the tiles, the homeowners? Quite strange. Efflorescence. That's the process they say. A natural process where salts in construction material surface due to moisture. Yeah, they say this is due to the absence of damp proofing. Damp proofing. The absence of it contributed to this problem. The EPA says it considers the matter resolved and residents are encouraged to seek professional advice on how they could rectify what's happening in their homes. Very interesting. We've come to the black box. What has ever happened to the black box? That's what I want to know. What has ever happened to that? Thug Life, acquitted for attempted murder and wounding. Right. Denelon Emmanuel, also known as Thug Life, has been acquitted of attempted murder and wounding. He's been acquitted of these charges by a 12-member jury at the High Court. He was accused of stabbing Nizam Khan, known as Amir, during an altercation in Dikendran on the West Coast. The prosecution alleged that Emmanuel and Khan had an argument that escalated into violence, with Emmanuel threatening to tackle Khan and brandishing a Rambo-style knife, rushed into the Lenora Cottage Hospital. Brandishing a Rambo-style knife. He attacked Khan, and Khan was rushed to the Lenora Cottage Hospital. later transferred to the Georgetown Public Hospital for emergency surgery. You know, once you in other news, folks, never an easy day. You all saw these flashing on social media. Accident happened in Eccles. Little more than a fender bender there. Then Chelsea Park at Mahika. When you go out and you're coming back, thank you, lucky stars. You're in a GPHC. Because you know from there's one walk. One walk. I'm gonna get that theme song that Franklin Langhorne used to have when they doing the death announcement. Whap, whap. Whap, 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 whap. From there's one walk. Getting a little better though, I must admit. Getting a little better there, I must admit, folks. You know I'm getting better? You go getting law. Then you got your boy law. That's how things run in this country. Anil Nandlall, he's contending that Acting Chief Magistrate Faith Magusti, she had no authority, no power to grant Bruce's wife, Adonika Alda, permission to leave Guyana. She had no authority. Now, you all have heard me say this. And you've heard Paul so articulate. Now the magistrate more than likely did not say you have authority to leave the country. But if the magistrate give you your passport back, and your passport is a method of facilitating you leaving the country, then you can leave. The magistrate would not have handed back Adonika Alda her passport and said, please leave the country by 3 o'clock. But if you have your passport in your possession and there's nothing barring you from leaving, you may leave. So the attorney, the learned Attorney General, huffing and puffing, hot air, said that no such authority rests solely with the magistrate, but with the High Court. No authority of that nature rests with the magistrate. He calls the magistrate's decision, it is reported, a violation of judicial precedent and warned of its broader implications. And you've heard Paul Slow articulate this expertly, stating that a judge might say orally things concerning not being able to travel. But when the order is written up, it doesn't include that. And so while one might have had lost their passport for whatever reason, one could apply for their passports to be released, which might have happened in this instance. And a magistrate does not have to say, according to Paul Slow, you have permission to leave the country, but by virtue of being in possession of your passport and no edict or order forbidding you from leaving the country, you may go and come as you wish. What Paul Slow is very concerned and thoughtful of, taken aback by, he says, is the lightning speed at which it all transpired. That is what concerns him. Folks, take a look. Take a listen.
The wife of Assistant Commissioner Calvin Brutus has traveled overseas for medical attention. Paul Slow, a retired assistant commissioner, said that her departure was well orchestrated. Several factors tended to support this fact. The law stipulates that the police don't have the right to prevent anyone from leaving the country.
Justice Singh, however, found that it was clear that the names of persons charged with indictable offenses are placed on a list. Whether it is called a blacklist or an administrative list is wholly irrelevant. Wholly irrelevant. So coming back to this current case, the fact that Alda is charged and Brutus is charged, right? That in itself does not allow them to be put on any list. In Brutus's case, in the case of Brutus, because there's an order saying that he cannot leave, then yes, his name can then go on this list, preventing him from leaving, because it's the order of the court.
Slow said that the court may not have ordered that Brutus's wife can't leave.
When the magistrate imposed bail, conditions were attached. One of those conditions is that she had to lodge a passport. Now, when a court tells you got to lodge your passport, it is implied that you can't travel.
The wife, Miss Adonica Alda, was required to lodge her passport.
What transpired last week is the lawyer, UC Anderson, went to the magistrate to seek the removal of that condition. In other words, give she back her passport. And the passport was handed back to her on the 5th of December. Listen to this carefully. The passport was handed back to Brutus's wife on the 5th of December 2024, the same day that the order was made for her to get back the passport. And now I'd like to talk about breakneck speed. You think he know about breakneck speed? With breakneck speed, the woman was able to travel the same day.
He said that this had to be well coordinated.
You got a book flight. So to get your passport back the morning and be able to travel the afternoon, that is what you call breakneck speed. That is what you call breakneck speed, Mr. Attorney General. The commission, they move with breakneck speed. That is breakneck speed. That even beat is breakneck speed. Because in this case, what I'm referring to you now, Melly Mel posted some things, I think it was on the 21st of November. And on the 22nd, lawsuit was filed against Melly Mel.
Yep, so the saga continues, folks. The saga. US is left for the US. And she is seeking medical attention. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. There's a twist and a turn and the meanderings in this, many meanderings in this story, folks. I'm going to keep you guys posted on that. But while we're on the Guyana Police Force, we leave you with this. We leave you with this. Paul Slow says, there's nothing about integrity and transparency with the GPF, with the Guyana Police Force. Like Irf and Ali, it's all about bluff and bluster. No transparency, no integrity. Bluff and bluster. The closer.
Retired Assistant Commissioner of Police Paul Slow says that all the talk of transparency within the Guyana Police Force is nothing but bluff and bluster. He was commenting on his weekly podcast, Speaking Out. He drew a comparison to the police commission in the Bahamas, who, on learning that a senior superintendent in the Bahama Police Force had been indicted by the United States on a drug charge, tendered his resignation.
That is what you call integrity. We have a situation in Guyana where the de facto second in command, Calvin Brutus, Assistant Commissioner of Police, the man was in charge of admin. 252 criminal charges, including charges of money laundering. And the man who sits there in the commissioner's chair, silent, he dumb.
Slow said that the same comment could be made of the Home Affairs Minister. He said that in Guyana there is no transparency and integrity. And to add to the Bahamas situation, he noted the resignation of the police commissioner.
Of course, he resigned his position as Commissioner of Police because I suspect he feels that when incident like that could have been taking place under his watch.
Slow said that in Guyana, instead of the head of the police force accepting responsibility for the actions of Assistant Commissioner Calvin Brutus, he remains in office, and the government is considering promoting him, according to Slow.
Brutus, 252 charges. Again, the man who sits there in the chair writes a statement to say that he collected $8.5 million from a businessman to finance Brutus' wedding. The vice president said that such an act, he used a fancy word. I can't remember the exact word he used. Reprehensible. So such an act is reprehensible. And yet still, notwithstanding, Ikin sits there and they are to promote Ikin to Commissioner shortly. And
Adam Harris, 9 News Break.
All right. Thanks again, Adam Harris, helping us with these stories. Thank you so much. That's going to do it for us at this end here, folks. Thanks to all 3,000 plus of you for joining us this evening. Over 3,000. My God. Thank you guys so much. Smash that emoji button quick before you leave, folks, especially those of you who are joining us on Facebook. We got over 1,000 persons joining us on Facebook. Smash that emoji button for us, folks. Share it live as well so that others get the valuable, incredible information. And folks, it's been our privilege being here with you this evening. Tomorrow evening, we're going to be off. We got an event at 10. I'm telling you that, giving you a heads up. Tomorrow, Kim, we're going to be off tomorrow. Raquel has quit tomorrow night. We're going to be off. We're going to have our morning program. Daniel King, we have to be at a very important event tomorrow evening. Marcia Evelina, tomorrow evening, God willing, should the Lord tarry, we can be off. Did I see Naomi there, Sandra, Etaline, Tessa, Marcia, Jackman? Thanks for joining us, guys. Until our next broadcast, take care. That's our time, and that's our program.